Let's get our political expert, Dr. Khalilah Brown-Dean and Ann Nyberg, involved in this conversation, taking a look at the map. New Hampshire's still out there, Pennsylvania, but every single state is counting at this point in time.
So I think we should never doubt whether every vote matters, because it's been clear in this election that it's about voter turnout, that we shouldn't take it for granted, and that voters are simply fed up. And that is encourage people to go to the polls. It's encouraged them to not just think about the polling that was done before, but to actually show up and make their voices count.
And this is an emotional time. I was just seeing on Twitter that the Dow has plummeted some 700 points. That's more than on 9/11. It's the stock market, of course, is emotional. If you sum this up, you said people are angry. They voted for change. I wonder what this is going to look like in a week, in a month, and a year down the road.
And to think about tomorrow, people will wake up with their 401ks looking very different from how they looked this morning. So that concern about economic security, it's going to be a very tough role for whoever wins the election tonight. They will have a very difficult time uniting a country. When we look at that map, we get a sense of just how divided we are as a country and what it will take to move forward. We're seeing that within our state of people saying, I'm fed up with politics as usual, I want something different. We're going to see that across the country. The election may end tonight, but the challenges we're facing will last for a very long time.
Yeah, as you point out, we are a divided country, and we've got to figure out how to compromise. You know, it hasn't worked in many, many years in the past. We got to get this together.
We have to move forward collectively as a country, not just for what's happening in the United States, but for our role in the rest of the world as well.
And you do wonder how the rest of the world is looking at the United States today and this election. You know, is this a Brexit moment? The UK said, oh, this can't happen. It did. You know, should Donald Trump win here tonight? A lot of people thought he couldn't do this. You know, we heard the pundits talking about his path looks very, very narrow to a win. And look what's happening.
And other countries sort of look at what we focused on in this election, that all of the concerns about, you know, someone who's an outsider or concerns about emails, other countries' leaders are saying, what are you going to do to fix the global challenges in terms of the global economy, in terms of the global war on terror? No matter what we decide today, we cannot go it alone. If we're going to make our country safer, we have to have key allies and key partners in that effort. That's why it's so important, not just who's in the White House, but the role and the vision that they're going to set forth for our country.
What will you be telling your students at Quinnipiac about this election?
So I want my students to understand that for everyone who says that voting doesn't matter, what we've seen today is key evidence that it does. It's also about understanding that, yes, we only have two major political parties in our country, but if you have a message that does not resonate with voters, you can be a third-party candidate like Gary Johnson and take votes away.
Thank you so much for your insight.